She first went to Lee Strasberg School of Acting.
First I was a Bombay University gold medalist at topper.
Really?
And then I did my MBA. So
What did you
I'm the
study?
authority marketing. You know how he started off as a baker and then he had a little restaurant
Where?
in Bandra called Gondola.
Oh yeah, it's still
And
there.
yeah, David Dhawan to Sohail Khan to everybody in Bollywood would say the Bandra guy. Oh my God, I spent all my growing up at Gondola. When I was 8, when someone asked me what I wanted to be, I would say entrepreneur. But I couldn't even pronounce the word, you know. Then there was Subhash Ghai who made Joggers Park. And he wanted to Mukta wanted to come into this whole offbeat genre. He said, which language do you want to do it in? I said, I was so desperate to do a Hindi movie. So I said, a Hindi. He said, आपकी हिंदी कितनी अच्छी है? I said, बहुत अच्छी है. He said, झूठ मत बोलो.
शक्ल पे ही लिखा हुआ है.
He said, आपकी हिंदी मेरी English की तरह. I said, नहीं, मेरी हिंदी अच्छी है. When I was getting married, Baman was like, listen, once you get married, I don't want you to travel. Right? Like, how can you tell an actor you can't travel? My mom said a really lovely thing to Baman. You know, she said, she's a butterfly. Right? She's saying, don't ever clip her wings.
Peri, it is so nice to have you in the studio with us today.
I'm so grateful to be here and I'm looking forward to our chat because I'm a huge fan of the show. And a huge fan of Shirani for sure. For sure. I'm like wondering how she's going to grind me.
Peri is a workaholic and she is a fierce mother. Tiger isn't the word for it, dragon mother, but in a good way. I mean it
Mother hen.
in a
Mother
flattering
hen
way.
is, I think, nicer. Yeah.
No, but when I say dragon mother, because it's mythical, I don't see mothers like that
Right.
today. She's deeply involved with her children and her hens at Zorabian Chicken. And I never find, whenever I try and reach out and say, let's catch up, I get an answer like 2 months later saying, really caught up, babe, let's plan this another time. So I decided the only way to catch up with Peri is to get her on the show.
That is not true because if there's anyone I kind of
I know.
make time for, it's you.
I know that.
You know what I mean? Because yeah, I'm just very
After
lazy.
your
I'm
hens,
just very,
after
very
your hens
lazy.
and kids and
yes,
mama.
after I'm just lazy. I'm just, you know, I think I get back home and, you know, I just want to like,
I know,
you know,
because she's a...
and I've never been, even when I was like much younger in college, I've never really been, I've been very like a little...
No, I think I've understood this about you, that you give your everything to whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
So during her work hours, she compartmentalizes her life. She will not answer calls and respond to vapid messages. And then when she's being a mom, from the time her kids were in grade 1, when they had their monthly tests and all, she would not attend parties a week ahead. And then Baman would say that my kids are doing their PhD, they need their mother. Okay, so...
He has completely destroyed my name.
But it's
He's
true.
like, oh, my kids are going to NASA. And I'm like, oh God. And the kids are like, Mom.
She sits and studies with her kids. Her daughter is now 18, sorry. She sits and studies with her children every single day as if she's taking the exam.
So, you know, my mom, right? No, I don't do it every day. Just right before the exams, I step in.
Have a conversation.
Yeah.
What was she saying?
She knew which poem was going to come in the test paper.
Okay.
They had a bet on that.
But this is, I only step in like during the exams, right? To kind of, and I had a mother who always kind of, you know, rescued me when I was in trouble. And I have great kids, but they're not the most conscientious. Like they're kids. Everything is last minute. So I think like I step in, like the minute the exam syllabus comes in, I kind of step in and, you know, and I think I enjoy it because that's like the only way I spend time with them. And I know that's not a nice
spend
thing.
enough time with them.
No, but I really...
But say, Kiran, just look at this though. Rania will say, Mama, I have a DT test tomorrow. Then over dinner, I'll say, when's your DT test? She said, Mama, I told you it's tomorrow.
I would say,
So I'll say, design technology or whatever, math, English, whatever, it's the same thing. And this is not now, this is right from the time she was in the grade 7th or 8th. Then she'll come back home. I'll meet her. I'll say, what's happening? So she'll say, my test was went very well. I say, oh yeah, I was just about to ask you. Okay.
But don't you remember you telling me that your mom...
My mom was like your mom.
Yeah.
Mother hen. And like you. And she was so obsessed with going through the entire syllabus with me, preparing me, coaching me, that I think I decided completely laissez-faire, I'm going to back off and let my kids figure their own way out. And this is also an extreme. So it's not the best.
No, but
thing.
I think it's good because it kind of makes them independent. You know, I think, I don't know.
I don't know. My kids told me that when you teach us, you make us hate you.
Yeah.
When I tried to teach them. So then don't teach.
Yeah.
So, I was mother hen to a point when I did the maths homework and helped him with the Hindi homework, and everything came back wrong. So after that, I feel like you're on your own kid.
You know, I just do the stuff that I enjoy. So like I teach both the kids business. And I love it. Of
you
course,
know, right? That she first went to Lee Strasberg School of Acting.
First, I was a Bombay University gold medalist and topper.
Really?
And then I did my MBA. So
what did you
I'm
study?
the authority, marketing. So I did my MBA in New York at Baruch. And so I had my master's in,
So you went to acting school after MBA?
After my MBA. So I had a friend who used to go to Lee Strasberg. And my apartment was 10 blocks away from Strasberg. And Ismail used to come over to, do his namaz. And then he had like lines that he had to rehearse. And he'd say, listen, can you rehearse this with me? And I kind of used to rehearse with him just as a friend. And when I finished my MBA, I did African dancing because I did ballet for 12 years. So in school, I was always like...
Kushna's was your...
Tushna.
Tushna, mother.
No, Kushi was like with me in class, but I studied under her mother for 12 years.
Wow.
I always did elocution. I did drama. I was a full... my best friend Shivana's mom used to call me Nautanki. Like I love drama, right? And so I just did it for fun. I studied so hard. So I asked my dad, okay, can I stay back and just, do Strasbourg for a year? And he was just like, Sue, you've just done your MBA. You were supposed to come back and run the chickens. What happened? I said, Papa, just 1 year. And I joined Strasbourg, just like experience life. I did African dancing just to experience New York City, not realizing I would come back and become an actor. And
so how did the next phase happen? So you came back.
I came back to sell chicken. And I was a good girl. I started working with my dad, who so sweetly, built this brand new office for me, got me an email ID that said chicks@bsnl.
It's true. Baman always says this.
Chicks. Because chicken, I was called Zorabian chicken, right?
So chicks@bsnl.
Chicks. And when I gave my American friends like the email ID, they're like, what do you do? Like, does your dad own a brothel? I said, no, we sell chicken. I was like, Dad. He's like, are thought about the email ID? And at that point,
adorable.
Email ID was like a big thing. Right?
BSNL.
And he made sure I got that. I mean, that's literally like, we were one of the first.
Have you retained it?
It was no. It's kind of, now we can't. Now we have our own. Imagine now.
So at that time, Zorabian was quite small, right?
Yeah. So my dad was a self-made man. And I was just telling Kiran when we were chatting, when you were late and you were waiting for you, madam, how he started off as a baker. And then he had a little restaurant.
Where?
In Bandra called Gondola.
Oh yeah, it's still there.
Yeah, it's still
there. It's got great Chinese food.
And great sizzler.
It's got comfort.
It's got, full. And it's got,
I have to go now.
And in fact, when I was just telling her that when I started my career as an actor, like from David Dhawan to Sohail Khan to everybody in Bollywood would say, the Bandra guys would say, oh my God, I spent all my growing up at Gondola. Because it's a typical neighborhood restaurant that serves like great food. So it was Gondola. Then Dad had a catering business and he wanted to start a resort. And I was just telling her the NOC didn't happen. And he was like, okay, we bought the property, now what to do? And he didn't find quality of like chicken because we were doing so much of food by then. From Crawford Market and all at that point, they were not, it wasn't really organized. And when he started buying from Dr. Merchant, who was a small time poultry farmer.
So what year are we talking about?
This must have been like in the 80s.
And when was Gondola established?
73.
Wow.
So 72, 73.
Wow.
In fact, it was called Parizad's Gondola.
Oh my God.
Yeah. It was my dad.
How cute. Yeah, he loved you.
Just too much. So then Zorabian started, and he said, start a poultry farm. So his parents had a dairy farm. So Iranis used to have doodwala. You know what I mean? So bakery, dairy used to be at that point what Iranis would do, right?
Right.
And he started Zorabian, and on the premise that, and on the foundation that he wanted great quality chicken, and all the time, right? Scale was never something that kind of mattered to him. Best, Maru chicken, best. Like I used to go to restaurants, and if the restaurant wasn't serving gondola, I'm Zorabian, he'd say, chicken kiska hai? Chicken nahi khayega, mutton khayega. You know? Because, so for him,
So
quality was a
cute.
big thing, and it was amazing. I think it was just his love for food that kind of.
And where were your
quality.
farms at the time?
Khopoli. So
You're still
Khopoli,
there in
and
Khopoli,
very
yeah?
much in Khopoli.
Yeah.
And of course, now we work with 150 contract farmers all
All
across
over.
Pune, Maharashtra. Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, where it's our feed, it's our chick, it's everything of ours, and we buy the bird back from them. And
So when
process
did you
it and-
when did you join your dad? What
so
year?
I came back in 90, my MBA was 94, 96, 97
Okay.
is when I came back. And I came back to work with my dad with chicks at vsnl.com.
And how did Bollywood happen?
You know, I was at a Navjot and Mona Irani, who was a model coordinator
Yeah.
and a top model coordinator. At
Yeah.
that point, she was like, you know, and so Zubin's mom and my mom were friends. So
Oh, I see.
I was at that Navjot. And then she asked me for Fair and Lovely.
Okay.
And
Oh, you did Fair and Lovely.
I did Fair and Lovely.
You
Then
did
she
close
asked
up.
me, then she asked me, you know, would you like to audition for Nagesh Kukunor's Bollywood Calling?
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, and I'd seen Hyderabad Blues and I loved the film. And it was English. And I'd done Strasbourg and I was like, wow. So I said, yeah, I'll audition. And not realizing that I would get the film. And when I got it, I said, Mom and Dad, please, 1 month, let me go to Hyderabad, shoot and come back.
And you were
And I
hands-on by
promised-
then at Zorabian?
Oh, fully.
Okay.
So when I started at Zorabian, I used to be doing makkah and soya purchases. I used to be in charge. So my father started me from ground zero, you know, because that's the only way to learn.
Of course.
You know what
So-
I find amazing,
Yeah.
Perizad, in this is you did your MBA, of course, you did your Lee Strasberg, and you came back with no intention to follow the
Yeah.
acting route.
Yeah.
You just did it for pleasure.
So I came back to run Zorabian. I mean, to work with my dad in Zorabian.
Yeah.
So
I think you grew up knowing that, right?
Yeah.
So I think at 8, when I was 8, when someone asked me what I wanted to be, I would say entrepreneur. But I couldn't even pronounce the word, you know. And my
Okay.
father would always say, "Tu wo moti baat karti thi." Like, you know, like you would always, and I was always wanting to do the MBA because my uncle was at Cornell doing an MBA. So the plan was
A very
always-
academic and
was
then run the
always
business.
Zorabian.
Yeah.
It was always like, you know,
I
Yeah,
just
so she
got
was
a
saying-
book out which is
Yeah.
about women entrepreneurs. And I find it amazing that you said that I didn't know the word entrepreneur because every woman in this
Yeah.
book has said the same thing to
Yeah.
me. So every woman in that book has told me
Yeah.
that back when they wanted to do something, they
Yeah.
didn't even know that word.
yeah. No,
So-
I did. At 8, I did.
You did.
And my mother said, I would say, I want to be an entrepreneur.
Entrepreneur.
But I couldn't even pronounce
Pronounce
it correctly. But I definitely knew the meaning of the word. And I was very clear, like I was going to come. So I went to the US for the MBA to study. I was obsessed with a company called Purdue Chicken, which is like the second largest in the US, but it's like this family-owned business, legacy. And I said I would come back to India and like be the Purdue of India, right? You know, like generations, and they're like, all natural chicken, and that was my like goal. That was what I wanted us to be.
So, okay, so now you're here and you're convincing your dad that let me go away for a month for Bollywood.
And I went to Hyderabad. I shot the film. I came back and I was back at work. So, you know me, I'm like moronically conscientious. I'm like I'm a real, like I will ask permission. Daddy, please, could I go?
She's actually like a perfect human being type of
Not
person.
really.
It's true.
No,
It's true.
I don't think Pawan would say that. But
Yeah, I mean,
you
no
know,
husband will say that.
No husband, who will say
Yeah,
that?
definitely not.
Like,
But,
पैर पे कुल्हाड़ी
yeah, it
मारेंगे.
was a very like I didn't take.
But she's a devoted daughter, dutiful daughter, devoted mother. So,
But-
yeah.
No, and I didn't take it I didn't take it for like granted the fact that I got the opportunity to work with my dad. You know, I wasn't like, so I followed the rules. I worked the whole day. I couldn't escape in the middle and go anywhere. So I was a very like, he
Good
put me in
employee.
charge of like live trading of chicken, and I used to deal with all these bhais and he negotiate that. And he said to wait, say, so you have to collect the money also. I'd follow up on payments. So yeah, I was like
Ground
good
up.
kid. Yeah.
But when you came back after shooting for a month, there was no desire in you that, what have I done? Maybe I should be doing this. You were not
A
on.
Parsi girl I mean, I got into an English film, and that was like there were 2 English films before that. So we kind of lucked out so much, right? I mean, there was Hyderabad Blues and Monsoon Wedding. That was it. So we just thought it was like one more thing.
You thought it's a one-off thing.
And at that point, there were no English movies, right? So it was like, yeah, and I came back very happy. And Bollywood Calling took like a year to release. So by then, I had forgotten about it only, and I was working till Pritish Gandhi picked it up, and then called me in to meet me. And looked at me and said, okay, I need to put you on the poster. I'm like, okay. And, Bollywood Calling was the first release. And it was a super duper trooper hit.
Yeah.
And my life changed after that.
And Joggers Spark?
So in this whole, so then there was Mumbai Matinee with Rahul Bose. There was Morning Raga with Shabana Azmi. Then there was Subhash Ghai who made Joggers Park. And he wanted to do Mukta wanted to come into this whole offbeat genre.
Indie.
Yes, in this indie thing. And he called me in. And to meet me, Shamak is the one who kind of called me in and said, Subhashi wants to meet you, please go. So I did. And he said, I want to make this offbeat movie. And, he said, which language do you want to do it in? He gave me the concept of the story. And I said, I was so desperate to do a Hindi movie. So I said, a Hindi. He said, aapki Hindi kitni achhi hai? I said, बहुत अच्छी है. He said, झूठ मत बोलो.
शक्ल पे ही लिखा हुआ है.
He said, आपकी हिंदी मेरी English की तरह. I said, नहीं, मेरी English मेरी हिंदी अच्छी है. So then he said, we'll do a film which is a mix of Hindi and English, because at that point, that concept of that older man and younger woman,
it was very ahead of its time.
Ahead of its time, my God. But that movie,
what a film.
What a film.
What a movie.
Even, it's a Bollywood classic.
Yeah.
If you go on any of these aircrafts and Emirates and all, it's a Bollywood classic. My kids tease me now, Mom, you're a Bollywood classic, But the movie kind of...
it was a lovely movie.
He chose me for the film because I was in that niche. There was Konkana and, me. There were not... It was a very... I lucked out being... I rode the tide. Right? I was there at the start of that whole... offbeat Indian cinema.
But so when you were doing this, you were juggling work calls also?
No. So when I went to shoot, I was shooting and then I would come back and I would work. And then I would... So it's not like I was, But when all these films, you go and you shoot in 1 month start to finish and then you're done.
Okay.
Right? It's not like
It's
you're
not long schedules.
Yeah.
So I would... but there came a point then when my dad said, you need to choose what you want to do. Right? He said to Iya, like in Gujarati, he says you could... by having one leg here and one leg here, like, he's like, do justice, right? And he said, like, your father is like your security net. Jump.
How
right?
lovely.
Do what you want to do. And, because he says you'll commit to it.
So then you decided then, so what choice did you make?
So I chose to be an actor because even he said, do this. If you enjoy it, do it.
And
you can always come back.
The fame and the recognition you got, because you're such a grounded person, I wouldn't normally ask some actor this, how did you feel about the fame? But in your case, I want to know, what did you feel? Did you internalize it?
But see, for me, like, my fame was very normal. Like, I mean, yes, of course, everyone like knew me and...
Yeah.
But I was not a Bollywood star.
I understand
right? So
that, but still,
I was
fame
not,
is
like,
fame.
I was not like, I wouldn't get the attention that Karishma Kapoor would get. I'm just saying, at that point, right?
Yeah.
So it was okay. It was,
and also, I think you grew up not under the fishbowl.
Yeah, not at all. Not at all.
It was a very different life you came
when
from.
you're in Zorabian, you get very level.
Farmers buying corn
A boss like my dad, life levels you out.
Yeah.
And, I think I was so grateful that I could do 2 things. And, it's very rare that you get to kind of live both.
But so at what stage did you
in the morning
decide?
today, I was telling Baman, I got back to work yesterday after a couple of days off because of the kids' exams. I said, oh my God, I'm so grateful for Zorabian. I'm so happy to be there because, when you get a full proper day at work, you just like, it's what I love. I really love what I do.
So at what stage did you decide that I'm pulling back from acting?
So
because you did at the stage and you did theatre also. I watched you in fantastic
I did
play.
theatre. I did Unfaithful with Kunal Vijayakar, Cyrus Brocha and Rohit Roy at the start of my career. And then I worked till, Zorabian, acting. I kept doing all of that till I got married. And then when I was getting married, Baman was like, listen, I don't mind waiting for you for however long you want, but but once you get married, I don't want you to travel, right? And my mother was like, what? What nonsense? How can you say that? And my sister-in-law was like, that's it, don't get married. How? No, like, did he not know you were an actor? And then why would he say something like that last minute? And my brother, Sora, comes and says, what are you all getting stressed about? I said, because how ridiculous is that, right? Like, how can you tell an actor you can't travel?
Yeah.
Or like, he didn't say I can't. He said, I'll wait for you.
Yeah.
But I would prefer if you don't travel.
Yeah,
Like, how
because-
ridiculous is that?
Yeah.
And of course, Sora was like, Max, get married. He will pack your bag. He will drop you to the airport. Trust me on that. And we all laughed. And that's exactly what happened. But I didn't take on another film after that because I got married late.
So if it's a
So
deliberate choice.
Yeah. And I knew the only way for me to not kind of
To balance
to be
life,
okay with it was to get pregnant. And so I chose to, have a family.
But you were
start my
getting
family
offers and you were
immediately.
turning them
Yes,
down.
yes.
And you felt bad doing
In fact,
it.
Subhashi offered me black and white. And I was getting married that month. And I'm like, but Subhashi, I'm getting married. And it was with Anil Kapoor. And he said, हाँ तो क्या हुआ? एक हफ्ता छुट्टी लो और फिर कर लो. I'm like, I had signed Salame Ishq with Nikhil Advani.
Oh,
And then, yeah. And,
you were
and
going
he
to be
was-
Juhi in it?
Not Juhi. I was with Sohail. And I think Isha,
Isha
did that after
role.
that. Yeah.
Okay.
And I said, I told Nikhil I can't do it because
But stepping
Because-
away from the spotlight, from theatre, from movies, it's obviously something you enjoyed. And taking that choice to step back, were there any moments when you felt like, boy, I really miss it, I want to go back?
My mom said a really lovely thing to Baman. She said she's a butterfly, right? She's saying, don't
Okay, it's a better-
ever clip her wings
Hmm.
because she'll wither away and die. And that those are such like powerful.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
words,
Yeah. So, but he didn't, like what Sora predicted came true. He let me do what the hell I wanted to
Yeah.
do. And, so I did like an NDTV show. I did after I delivered, I had Zayan. I did Feroz Khan's Play Dinner with Friends, which was incredible.
Mhm.
And I had my first show with YPO
I've watched
at the
Dinner with
Tara
Friends, yeah.
Theatre.
Yeah.
And my mother said the proudest moment was to see Baman at the entrance of Tara Theatre, welcoming every guest that walked
How
in.
Oh,
sweet.
how
Right.
sweet.
And for me, like, I gave birth to 2 children. And I was like at 48 kilos in a pair of shorts, standing there in front of like 1,100 people with a standing ovation. It was just the most incredible feeling, yeah.
I want to just tell you that I started putting foot cream because of you.
Because of that. Do you remember that scene?
Yes.
Isn't that like the most heartbreaking?
And she's going on rubbing foot cream, and I was like, you know what? I never put foot cream.
It was
I didn't know her well. I didn't know her
It
well
was
at
the
the
most
time.
beautiful scene, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So it's the last scene about this couple talking about life and their insecurities. And it's the
It's
whole
in a
scene-
bedroom, and she's on the bed.
We're both in the bed in these old pajamas, whatever. And just the entire scene, I'm just rubbing cream on my leg. It's just, and then of course, like there are tears and there's crying, and it was like a beautiful breakdown at the end of it. And every time it was so beautiful. And Ferozi would say, "Arey wah, how do you do it?" And Joy would say, "She's crying about her chickens." Because the last line when I hug him, I say, it's about a couple. It's, how do we not get lost? So we go into an embrace, and I break down in front with him, and I say, how do we not get lost? And Joy would say, all she's whispering is, how do I deal with the loss? So now we have chicken loss. And it was so bizarre because during the play, Tiska, Joy, Vinay
Yeah.
would all be calling directors and, to showcase their talent. And people in my audience would be like Sakhari Bandar and Nature's Basket. and it'd be like the head of Sakhari Bandar and the head of Nature's Basket. And, all these guys coming in, right? And they were like the CEOs of those companies. And Joy's like, I don't want to meet another Nature's Basket person, okay? I don't want to meet a Star Bazaar guy.
But you
I'm
were
like,
doing
well, but that's my world now. What do you do?
But you were doing a social service. You're taking culture down to
Yeah.
everybody.
Yeah, and like, they were also like, we come and see your plays, and of course. And whilst they would be introducing me to like casting directors and like other directors who would come in for the show, I would be introducing them. It's so nice
So
to
cute.
introduce your colleagues to. I'm like, oh, that's the CEO of Star Bazaar, and Joy's like, fuck.
Lifetime discount.
It was
for
the big.
staff.
It was a big joke.
But you know, I mean, you've really taken your business to many, many levels higher than from when you first started. And I'll come to the business aspect in a moment, but for a creative person who acts and dances, what is your creative outlet now?
So my and Saurabh, my brother, keeps saying that you know, you need to like start an agency for branding and communications, right? Because he thinks like I'm so solid with like the communication aspect of Surabhi, right? So I think when we started our tray packs, the packaging was the first of its kind. There were no label. Nobody packaged like we did, right? The tray packs, nobody.
Correct.
And you know, my father's like, you only technically need a label this small, Parizad. Like, are you seriously? You know,
A whole band around it, yeah.
He's like, do you realize what the price of that label is? And I know it had to be a laminate. You know,
That's where your MBA came into play.
The pouches had to be a certain way. You know, like even today, like when I'm at like a product shoot for Zorabian, like I'm there. I love it. I'm you know, I make sure like, and Sabah, who shoots our products, who's like the best, like in India, she shoots all the largest companies. She's like, you know, nobody. I work with the whole band, like from ITC to Godrej to everybody, Venki, so everybody works with her. No one harasses me the way you harass me.
Yeah, I can imagine
Because
that
my
also.
Sheikh Kebab has to, I love food.
Yeah.
Right. And then I know how I want something to look. And I'm not just a brand manager. I'm not just a marketing head. I also like, I
She
own
is
the brand.
You own the-
passionate
So
about
she is the
her
brand.
business.
You are the brand.
But she's so
So
passionate
the creative
about
bit, I think, comes out in
those ways.
all of that.
I also see your Baba's as the creativeness coming out in
Yeah,
that.
fully.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
a whole lot of That's my most joyful. So even now, like I'm learning the world of. When I started, like we were a wholesale company, and we didn't do any retail, and nobody in the office knew about retail, and we started, and God bless us with what we've created, like in the whole retail space. So I understood general trade, you know, modern retail trade, all of that, because being a Horeca business, completely different. Like your ideology is different. Then we started with online, you know, and kind of got our like head around that. Now I'm dealing with SEO and SEM, and you know, so like the whole marketplace has changed.
What is your
There's a lot
employee
of
strength
learning.
now?
700 people.
Wow.
Wow.
And your
Yeah,
turnover,
yeah.
annual turnover?
120 crores. And yeah.
And
So
I think in
deal-
my house, especially,
And I deal with,
the thing is, I think where she has an edge over other people, I will not name your competitors because that's not fair. But you know, earlier one would just go and the staff will buy chicken and then suddenly this food awareness started, right? That hormones and antibiotics, hormones in your milk, and people started getting hormone-free milk or allegedly hormone-free milk.
Yeah.
And then I found out that all our chicken is antibiotic-free, right? So it doesn't cause antibiotic
so
resistance.
no
in you.
antibiotics, no hormones, no steroids,
Yes.
no STTP. So which is a government-approved preservative that you put in like water just to increase the shelf life of your chicken. We won't even do that. We have
And these they're kept.
we have no. So when we process our birds, it's also how you process it, right? And how you chill it. And also our strength is we do our own distribution.
Okay.
So you can't afford to do nothing. Like you can afford to do and be this person because the cold chain is in my hand.
That's so important. Yeah.
Otherwise, your product doesn't stand a
Of
chance.
course.
You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
actually, go.
So you were saying that it's so one thing is, you know, a lot of
So it's
people
the-
now say eat desi chicken. Desi chicken is very hard to eat because it's so chewy. It has no flesh on it.
Yeah.
Stringy.
So I don't even understand the difference between desi chicken and say something like what you sell, which has more flesh on it.
So we use the Cobb 420, which is a broiler bird. So like my dad had bought like a whole Kadaknath chicken.
Kadaknath, yeah.
At one point was like a big thing. So on a separate property, he got Kadaknath chicken. I'm like, Dad, we do broilers. Like, why would you want to? I said, I refuse to sell Kadaknath chicken because that's not the brand. And at that point, Kadaknath was at a huge premium. Don't ask me what happened. It was a completely different. It was at our Bukatpara property. In one shed, he got it. I have no idea what the hell happened. All those birds got wiped out.
Wow.
You know what? Yeah. So we have like the cob breed, right? So, which is like like the Venki's has the grandparent, and then we have like the breeder farm, which is the parent farm. We have our own hatcheries, we have our own feed mill, we have our own farms, we have our own processing unit, we have our own distribution, and so we're completely vertically integrated. So that's why we are who we are.
So you can manage right now. You are in Mumbai, you are in Pune, you supply to the rest of the country.
And so the rest of the country is all frozen.
It's all frozen, not the fresh one.
So we work with distributors across the country, but Bombay and Pune, we distribute ourselves because so it's all our vehicles, everything is us.
Are you looking
the whole
to
landscape has gone to like online, and it's and those are like one drop DC like dispatches. So like the business has changed so much, right? Because I have the fleets of vehicles, all refrigerated vehicles for my chicken. But now imagine, like everything is shrinking because everything is going to one stop, like a Blinkit or a Zepto or a
And
big
it'll shrink
basket.
further once you start using AI. Are you employing AI already into your business?
So far we haven't. I haven't. I should. I should try to understand it and kind of figure out. Yeah. I'm still applying my brains for SEO, SEM, and
But how would AI come into chickens? I don't know.
No, into the running of-
efficiencies, understanding consumer insights, what they want, what they don't want,
Exactly.
and just to make quicker, smarter decisions.
Okay, lovely.
I mean, I think the extent of AI being used in my office is ChatGPT. That's it. But they'll take a whole Excel sheet and dump it and they say, okay, ma'am.
Done.
What is the
People are
question
using
you want?
AI assistant for so many things that I'm
yeah.
quite concerned about what it's going to do with employment
Rates.
across the world. So, okay, so then I want to ask you this, and I wonder this about anybody who works in a certain kind of a food-related business. When you're surrounded by, chicken feed, and you go often to your farm, then,
Yes.
do you feel like eating chicken?
So if I eat chicken, it's only Zorabe.
I know that, but
and I eat chicken every single day.
Okay.
Every single day.
You
Like,
haven't got
no,
your fill of chicken
Every
yet.
single day it's chicken. But of course, I eat chicken at like nights when I come home. There'll be like, a fillet of like my breast boneless, which I love. And, it's like the salad chicken. So it's always Arabian. And if I'm outside or I go anywhere to eat, I will not eat chicken. I'll eat
Okay.
any other sort of meat. Yeah.
So it's only when
I
you're at home.
Yeah. I love my steaks. I love
no,
my
it's also
mutton.
because she knows the
Chicken.
quality of the product. I don't know
and
what
honestly,
you're consuming.
Like
when you're-
honestly, like I don't want to be rude, but like the texture is different. It's rubbery, and it's just.
Mhm.
and there's no taste in it.
Yeah, no,
It's like
I
having
don't-
that.
It's just
It's like
rubbery.
paneer. Because
like-
paneer has no taste in it.
It's like rubbery.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like with ramen, you could like, it's.
It's nice. It's meaty. It's tasty.
So what happened during COVID? Were you still running your?
So COVID struck, and Maman, of course, we all went to the farm. And when they said they were going to lock down the place, I'm like, I have to get back to Bombay. And he's like, are you mad? I'm like, no. If you don't take me, I'll go into our vehicles go from the farm every morning at 2:30. I said,
The
I'll
chicken
jump on that.
vehicle.
Yes, I said, I'll jump on my vehicle and go, but I'm going to go.
Smelling
He's
of
like-
chicken.
He's like, okay, no. They're all refrigerated vehicles with huge front.
No, I'm saying you'll come out smelling of chicken.
No,
yeah.
no. I said, you walk into my processing plant, also you won't come out smelling. It's
Really?
so pristine.
Yeah, Baba.
You know,
I can imagine.
Shahzad, my youngest brother, is the one who's kind of built all the units and things like that. He's just like, have you ever seen a Bugatti? How Bugatti the car is made? He's like, it's spotless, right? So we come into our processing plant. It is like
the Bugatti.
it's the
Amazing.
Bugatti of chicken,
Wow.
right? It is like spotless. Like it's just.
Can I tell you what a chicken is best for? If you have last minute gas, they have these marinades.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can just say, "Meri cook ne banaya hai."
Yeah. They're absolutely.
I don't even do that. I say it's
But
Surabi.
I
joking, I'm joking.
tell you, even
They're like
our-
homemade. It's so good.
But I tell you, even like our sheikh kebabs, our baida rotis, all of that, I always have that in the fridge.
Hmm.
And even that is like a home cooked meal just frozen.
Hmm.
You know, and my kids have it in their tiffin. It's awesome, but it tastes so so good. Like, oh, this is lovely. I tell all my guests it's Zorabian. Like, really? I was like, is it available here? I said, yeah, it's available in your city. Please have it. Even Baman has guests and people who just come in last.
I hope people know that this Baman Irani is not the actor Baman Irani.
Yes, we need to specify
we need to
that.
specify that. This Baman Irani is the Rustomji builder, and yes,
Who's a huge fan.
Yes,
Who's a huge fan.
Yes, he adores. He's very good looking.
He adores.
They make
Shravani.
such a sharp looking couple.
He's a good guy. He's a really good
So
guy.
yeah, I mean, you're really, really perfect for each other. But listen, your typical work day ends at what time?
So I leave at 9:30. So I work Santa Cruz, 20 minutes away. And I try and leave by 6:30. Like,
Because you have an exam the next day also.
no,
Meaning your
because
kids
I'm
do.
like, you know, when I began earlier, when I first started, I would like 7:30, 8. And it's ridiculous when you go home and your kids are like, you know, almost in bed.
Yeah.
So I think like 6:37. And if you have me in the office later than that, I'm cranky and I'm not in a good mood.
So you've dealt
Because-
with mom guilt, basically.
So all my life, yeah. All my life.
So this I want to really understand, okay? I personally gave up many opportunities
Yes.
to have a full
We all
day at
have,
work, okay?
like,
My mom kept saying, no, don't give up opportunities because your kids are going to grow up and have lived their own lives.
my mother would say the same.
Right? But, and men don't go through this. I know that.
Yeah.
I guess we give birth to them, so it's just a very different emotion. How do you deal with mom guilt?
So, you know,
Especially as a woman who goes from like 9 to 6 p.m.
I deal with mom guilt and I deal with work guilt, right? Because, like, in terms of like priority, like, of course, my children come first. But there are so many opportunities at Zorabian that if Zorabian had me, like, I work every single day, Monday to Friday, and only during exams will I kind of take, only during the exam will I kind of leave early, or, you know, if they have a holiday, I won't go to work that day. But then when I went back yesterday, you know, it's like there's so much to be done and there's so much that's kind of held back because I wasn't there. So I feel both guilt. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
So if you see the list of calls, like I have to return and I haven't returned, and the people who I was supposed to call back, like I'm like, is this the right thing for me to do from a business perspective? Right?
She needs me to clarify business.
No, and it's like, come on, you know, like seriously, like this one's your biggest client and you're not bothering to return this person's call,
Yeah.
you know, whereas because Baban would never do that, you know.
Yeah. He's a chill guy. He manages everything coolly.
And then when it's taken for granted, it really pisses me off.
Who
right?
takes it
Because
for granted?
my children.
Oh, okay. I thought your employees.
But that's the job
Yeah,
of a
but then I
child.
get really pissed off. No, not my employees. They're just, my God, they like me.
What does Pariza do for herself? Now we have mom guilt, we have work
Yeah.
guilt.
Yeah.
What do you do for yourself?
And also because she was a devoted daughter, she's given a lot of time to her parents.
Parents, okay.
So what does Peri do for herself?
You know, I love working at Zorabian. I love it. So it's not burdensome. I don't.
Yeah.
I love it.
She's doing
Like,
it for herself.
I love it. So I think I get a lot of pleasure off that. When I was doing economics with Zaha in the morning, like I was the worst in economics. Like I don't understand it, but I genuinely enjoy. Like I was telling Zahan, really, you don't want Mama to take it up? He said, Mom, I don't need your help. I said, Zahan, please. Because he's like, does it bother you that I don't want your help? I said, please, you know. So I enjoy it. I enjoy being part of the team that helps them win. I don't know how to explain to you.
Yeah.
So both those things bring me joy. But I think I need to take a lot of more time. I need to take out time for myself. I don't meet my friends, because I don't have the time to do that. Yeah, you know. So I think I keep telling my husband, I said, dude, I just wish once these kids go to college, like this, I just so much of my time will free up. You know, I'll probably get to do so much.
Maybe you'll feel you'll take
I
on
won't
some
be.
teaching
I
some
will
other
not be.
people's
I will
kids.
not be an empty nester. I'll be the happiest camper on the world.
No,
I think I'll have time.
Why
I'll
don't
have
you
more
sit
time.
and teach then? Because this is part of your leisurely activity.
She'll be doing it over Zoom.
No, are you
She'll be
mad?
reading the
No,
textbooks
no.
over Zoom.
No, I think I will. You know, I think I would exercise, take care of myself.
You still exercise a lot.
Not a lot, like
Okay.
a little. But like I would take care of myself, right?
Would you like to
I
get
mean, to
back?
come for this show, like I was not able to get my hair done.
It's not done?
It's not. I mean, meaning it had to be colored. It's half black and gold and whatever.
Looking very nice.
It's looking
No, but I'm just saying, like I
Yeah,
wanted
yeah.
to get it done, right? But it didn't happen.
Right.
So I'll take care. I'll be able to take care of myself a bit more. I think that'd be nice.
Would you
Yeah.
like to get back to movies and?
So when I was doing this Kunal Vijayakar's podcast, he looked at me. He's my first director. He's like, "Come back now.
Mm.
Let's do
Yeah.
something." And I said, yeah, 10th and 12th, wait, you know, because anyway, I feel
I think
I could
because
do
she's a
so much
working
more
mom,
with
yeah.
Zorabian
Mm.
if I had more time. And if I put a third thing in this picture, like it'll just
There are all
like,
the
topple
Z's
me.
in her life.
Yeah,
The
all
kids
the
are
Zs.
ZZ.
All the Zs.
It's-
All
yeah.
the Z's.
All the Z's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zorabian, Zaha, Zayan, and my dog Ziggy.
The dog
Oh,
too.
your dog is also Ziggy? Oh my God. Can you adopt Zara also?
I know.
She's like
Oh my
handing Zara
God.
out for free. Le lo.
She will hate me. After I was a cool mother, she will be such a nightmare.
No, when I look at you, I just think of my mother. This was my mother.
Yeah, yeah.
But listen, you know, you
And
are
you
a very,
love your mom.
I do love my mom. And so your kids will
Yeah.
also a few years from
And
now.
if my Zaha turns out to be as spunky as her, I'll be very happy.
But you missed what I said.
No,
Your
what?
kids will also love you a few years from
Yeah.
now. One decade from now.
Right now, I'm like the
The
Like your
tyrant.
mom.
she's so annoying. I'm like,
But so what are the, you know, I know you're a very ethical person. You're a very fair person. And even though like, if you enter a room, it's highly likely you'll tell 20 people in the room that you love them. But the sad part is you mean it. Okay? She will like doesn't have a bad bone in her body. But what are the 3-4 principles that you probably picked up as you grew up or your parents passed on to you that you live by, which are non-negotiable in life?
integrity.
Hmm.
So, Zorabian has like 3, like, are like
Mm-hmm.
the pillars.
Mm-hmm.
It's quality, integrity, and trust, right?
Mhm.
And my dad always said, and like trust is very important,
Mm.
and for trust, integrity is very important,
Mm.
right? So he always said, "Ke tu shortcut na le," and so I wanted to make institutional sausages from, like small boneless, which has a lot of fat in it and good fat in it and all of that. And he said, "Nahi, na kar." I said, "But there's nothing wrong in it, and that's what the hotels would require because the price points are so low, and the factory will like break even faster. And like, what is it?" He's saying, you don't have a very large setup, Parisa. You have a very contained setup. So produce the best so people don't get confused
Amazing.
with,
Mhm.
Amazing.
from
What a
the
man.
same factory. And I'm like, "But Dad, like, how the hell will we break even?" And, because your price points are so different. And man, if you do that, So I think, integrity is a big thing.
Mm.
The fact that people could need to trust you.
Mm.
So my father has seen really rough highs and really rough lows, and great highs and rough lows. And there was a time when he had like no money, and there were bird flus, and chicken was at 1 rupee a bird. It was horrible, right? And this one broker for Bakka and Soya gave my dad up to I think it was 5 crores worth of grains.
Wow.
Of course, on interest.
Yeah.
But who the hell
Hell does that.
Yeah.
would do that
It's his goodwill.
in a business that is tanking, right? And I was like, Bichara, when I started working, I used to negotiate with Jayesh Bhai and say, "Yeah, rate." And when he was a solo trader, I bought it a couple of more because I wanted the prices to be negotiate so hard with him. And then, of course, I was an actress and I came back. And imagine going back into the office and saying this Jayesh Bhai was the only one who stood by my dad. And then when I met him, I thanked him. And I was like, wow. But I said, how did you, of course, backbreaking interest levels. But I said, how did you not, how could you extend so much of a credit? He said, because your father, I knew he would never cheat me.
Mm.
And that was so impactful because had this guy not given us that makka,
You would have collapsed.
we
as a
would have not
business.
survived, right? Without grain, how can you survive?
Yeah.
So I think for us, if in my office, if someone delays a check and all, it irritates the out of me. So I'm kadak with my payments, and if my payment cycles, I pay well, and I collect my money also well because my dad would say, "Koi bhi vechi sake."
Mm.
Anyone can sell. बेचना कोई मोटी बात नहीं है. Like it's not a big deal to be able to sell. Selling at the right price, you know, and getting the money for that sale. That's what a real sale is.
That's a really sound
I'm
advice.
like, that's you know, yeah. So
I think your dad is your biggest mentor.
like
Yeah.
Yeah.
fully.
Any others who have sort of
My mom.
your
Great
mom?
work ethic, commitment, a big deal, Yeah,
And-
and she's someone who I lost both my parents, but she always wanted me to act,
Uh-huh.
and she's like,
So now you
"That's-"
have to.
yeah. So she said that's one
You owe it
part
to
of-
her.
2
she said,
years.
You know what? She said, you forget your father and his stupid chickens. You know, you do what makes you happy. You know, he always
And
yeah.
mothers know their children.
Yeah. So
You
she
know-
always, and she used to be at all my ballet shows. She would be like my greatest supporter at all my college fashion shows, in every premiere and everything. She was always there.
That's-
Yeah.
Any entrepreneurs who have inspired you?
Any entrepreneurs who have inspired me?
Women
Her own
entrepreneurs.
husbands. Okay.
I think my father,
Your father.
because he's been such a generous, you know, entrepreneur. Like when he passed away, the amount of people that you know came in, and random people that I didn't know of would say, "Daddy ne ye diya, Daddy ne ye kiya, Daddy ne wo kiya," and he would like it didn't matter whether he had the money or he didn't have the money. He really helped people.
Amazing.
And you know, I mean, like now, like I'm getting a bit generous. Like if someone's in trouble, I'm like, my dad would be proud. You know what I mean? And you know, like you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
it's he was just so large-hearted, and he was very brave. It was very like he lived like.
But
life on
Parsis
his-
are anyway special.
I don't know.
people.
So,
you know,
I think
that's just part of who
really
they
I like
are.
I
it's
think
part-
that jigger they have
It's
to
there.
give.
fully, yeah.
But
to
listen,
give.
how do you stay ahead of competition? This is getting very competitive.
You know, we're not a mass producer of chicken.
Correct.
We're not. So I'm not competing with the big boys, right? I'm running like a nice niche,
Mhm.
like
Like a boutique brand.
Artisanal
yeah,
chicken brand.
Artisanal
no,
chicken.
literally, right?
Yeah, they're
which
bold,
makes
it's
us, which puts me in a very competitive, in a very like, it puts me in a very good space, right?
Mm.
Because, like with Zorabian, no one cares if it's on offer. No one cares if it's anything.
Yeah.
If the person who wants Zorabian wants
Only
Zorabian,
wants
Zorabian,
you can be
that's-
50% off somewhere else. They
Yeah.
will not take your
One
chicken.
day I asked her, I
Yeah.
said, babe,
Yeah.
what is organic chicken?
Yeah.
She said, there's nothing called organic chicken.
Because there isn't, because for organic chicken, you have to have organic makkah and soya, and that organic makkah and soya. I mean, that's nonsense. She asked me about free range.
Hmm.
Right?
Yeah,
Hmm.
one-
And
Free
she asked
range.
me free range. I said, dude, our chickens are in sheds. They're not in cages, they're in
She said,
sheds.
they're not like running across the farm.
But they're not
Cluck,
running
cluck,
all
cluck,
across
cluck,
the
cluck.
farm. She said, but Perry, don't you think it's going to be lovely? I said, well, at my scale, definitely not. You know, and I don't know, like, so there's so many of these guys who say they're, you know, free range chickens.
Corn-fed, free-range
So,
chicken.
so all our chickens
How do they
corn-fed.
catch the chickens who are free range?
Yeah. No. So
I have always wondered.
So ours is soya and makkah, right? Corn and soya. That's an all vegetarian feed.
Yeah.
So even ours is all.
So
all
none of the large businesses can do free range, right? Because
No,
you need acres and
no.
acres.
No.
So when they say
No.
free range, nobody in India does free range.
I don't know
actually,
where
from
they're
what I
growing
know.
their chicken. I really would.
It will be a little backyard somewhere.
like a
because
little-
how do you catch the free range if they're really free range?
Very sad. I think you should just shut up. You're eating the best chicken there is. Just you know, stick with that. It'll be.
But listen,
good.
there's this whole like vegan, vegetarian tide, right?
Yeah.
Where there's some consciousness that people are now quitting that. And I'm given a lot of guilt
So,
trip
you
by
know,
my
there's-
vegetarian friends.
But you know what? So there was
Does that
this whole
upset you?
mock meat and all of that.
Hmm.
And there's so much of garbage in that.
Mock meat is much worse than eating the
It's-
worst chicken.
You have to eat. I mean, it is like literally.
Highly super
Literally,
processed.
it's just
Mm.
so that whole wave came in
Mm.
Hmm.
and it's died out.
Wonderful.
None of those brands have done
Couldn't
that.
be
Because it's
happier.
just, I think world over, everyone's realized that dude, you either eat meat
Mm.
or you eat vegetables.
Mm.
You know, please don't go into this gray area of, you know, which is just so much of crap in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think soya's got to really like,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
people are not touching it. Yeah.
Soya chop.
yeah.
I see
Okay.
that abomination everywhere.
Yeah, I
On
saw
the
that.
roads.
We normally don't give advice to our guests.
You're going to
Taking
give
the
your
liberty
guest.
with you that I don't think you should wait for 2 years. to act, because I think you should now give your kids a little break and make them independent. Like your
She's been paid by the kids.
like your chickens.
And Baba.
Are your chickens independent, or do you like are you a
Supervise their
chicken
feed.
whisperer? do you go whispering to them? Grow well.
No.
Go
Eat
to bed
well.
on time.
You know, I have actually like a really, like that's what a really.
I can imagine that chicken whisperer.
So, you know, like one of the ideas for Zaha's essay was, hey, do you want to write something about being a chicken whisperer? And Zaha's like, no, that's a terrible idea. she had someone recommend that to her. Yeah.
Oh,
To make
someone did, huh?
Yeah, for a college essay. So we
Why specifically chicken whisperer?
Yeah, it's America.
Because
You have to make everything sound like
unique,
different.
right?
Yeah.
Like the fact
Yeah.
No, I was
So
just.
this is like give it, which and Zaha just brushed it off in one shot. She was like, no, you know, yeah,
Oh, by the way, you go and do those Harvard things also, na?
no, I haven't.
OPM, OPT,
I
you've not
haven't.
done?
No.
Okay, then Baman has done.
Baman has it, yeah. He's asked me to do it, but
Okay.
I'm good.
Okay.